What's up, Fear fam and all you fearless shinobi? If you didn't know, a new trademark has been registered with Bandai Namco Entertainment in Europe. It is Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Over 2 months ago, I actually made the very first prediction video stating that the video isn't going to be Storm 5, it's going to be actually a Shun's game. So like Generations, Revolution, that kind of thing. It is Connections. So the most craziest prediction ever. The thing that nobody's talking about, I had an original idea for this as well, although I'll be the second person to be publishing it. So me and someone else actually had this idea at the same time, is that this actually might not be Storm 5, meaning it might not be the next game. So although I'm very hopeful for that and I would love to have new characters. So the trademark. So this article here on Stealth Optional, it actually came up with this idea as well. So I had this idea before, but then I read it here. So this person was the first to publish, but I definitely had this idea in and of itself before getting any influence from anyone else. And they basically say in this article that Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections might not be what we think it is. It could be Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. So this name isn't even necessarily correct, because the only thing that's copyrighted is Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. So when we go to Stealth Optional, it says Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, when most likely the real game will be Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. If it isn't, and it is Naruto instead of Naruto Shippuden, that would be interesting because it would be the first game in the title that doesn't have the Shippuden. Article by Nico Parango. Okay, so Bandai Namco trademark Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, but what is it? So Shinobi rejoice, a new Naruto game is seemingly on the way. Longtime publisher Bandai Namco recently trademarked for Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections. Okay, they got that. While a new game in acclaimed anime Arena series isn't unlikely, there's a good chance that these are ports of older games. So this person is actually saying it's unlikely that we're going to get a new game and that it's just going to be ports of older games. This might be confusing, as we've already seen HD ports of all mainline Ultimate Ninja Storm games. However, there are 2 games that didn't get the trademark. What I was saying in a video before was that we didn't get the Generations or Revolution port, and that this game, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections, is very likely, it's one of 2 things, right? One, it's a completely new game and we get a lot of new Boruto characters. But really the Boruto manga and anime is not that far, right? Like, it's decently far, we can get a game out of it, but there's probably more characters that we could get and that the story is not really developed enough yet, right? There's a very good chance that we might get Generations and Revolutions ported on the PlayStation 4 and 5 as well as other consoles and PC. Yeah, the thing is, he doesn't really give a reason for it. He just says it's not likely. He doesn't say why it's not likely. So I don't really buy that. The one good thing that he brought up here is that idea that I had, that it's very possible that this is just something to bridge the gap for the next Naruto game. That would be Naruto Storm 5. I mean, that's the thing. There's really no evidence either way, right? So I was right on the Shuns thing in terms of it's going to be a Shun game. And Trilogy was the bundle or game that came out that allowed us to play a lot of the older games like Storm 2 and Storm 3, as well as I think Storm 1 on the PlayStation 4 and 5, right? Maybe Connections will be all of the games. Can you imagine if Connections was Storm 1, Storm 2, Generations, Storm 3, Revolution, and Storm 5? Can you imagine if it was all the games? It really might be something like that, and they might repackage it with everything. Can you imagine like all the DLC and everything like that? That wouldn't be a bad thing, because then we could actually have everything, right? And allow people to play online and ranked, and that would be actually really cool. I think that would be a pretty smart power play. If not, then it's probably going to be the actual game. What that means for you, the Shun's games have particular sorts of, they're made a bit differently. Like the Storm 2, 3, 4 games are somehow made differently, the way that they manifest. Like, those games are more clunky, and the Shun's games like Generations, Revolutions, and now Connections, if Connections follow suit, is going to be a lot smoother and more streamlined, and just should have like more of a professional feel to it. I will be keeping you up to date on my thoughts, opinions, and analysis on this. Until then, we'll be uploading Storm 4 and other content like this, videos to help you and videos that are entertaining as well. I hope you had a fantastic day, an amazing day. If not, I hope it gets better for you soon. Peace.
Shall we begin?